What's up, guys? Guernsey Gooner here, bringing you another episode of our GM series for the Colorado Avalanche in NHL 14. So we finished the main season here, or our main first season, and we've managed to make it through to the playoffs. We finished second overall, and that's resulted in a pretty tough matchup here. We've got ourselves the Chicago Blackhawks in the first round of the playoffs, so the defending Stanley Cup champions. It's definitely not going to be an easy series, but on the plus side, we do have that home ice advantage, so you never know, we might be able to cause ourselves a bit of an upset. I think they are a better team than us. They've got more of those kind of stud players, but we might have them in depth. So what I'm going to do is just go in here and we can have a look at their lines and compare them up to ours. Okay, so they are here, so you can see it's still got that very good first line of Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, Man Hosta. So that hands down destroys our top line. We've got Duchesne, but Tanguay and Tarasenko, it's not of the same overalls there as their first line. When it comes to the second line, they've obviously got Patrick Sharp, who's pretty strong two-way forward, but then it kind of drops down a bit, like for Kruger and Sad. So you could say our second line's probably better than theirs. Their third line of Bickle, Handzus and Shaw. Again, you could say our third line is better. And then fourth lines, they've got Morin, Pirri and Hayes. Again, it's about the same. They might be slightly ahead of us, but it's about the same. Okay, now with our defense, again, they've got themselves Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook. That offensive and defensive defenseman combinations, both elite top two defensemen. So they hands down win that against us. Second line, I say, Roosevelt and Houseman. We've probably got them beat with Johnson and Gilbert. And then Leddy and Aduya for their third line. We've got Barry and Wilson. It's pretty much even there. Okay, so... And on the goalies, they've got... look at that. They've got Crawford as... Seems to be set up as second choice. Not quite sure what that is there. So obviously they've got definitely the better keeper, but we've got a better balance of keepers in our lineup. We've got two 82 overalls where they've got an 86, 76. So yeah, they've definitely got the stud players that we don't have. At the moment, the only kind of genuine stud we really have is Matt Duchesne. But when it comes to strength and depth, you could actually argue that we are slightly better than them. So I think it's going to be a close series, and we'll just have to see how we get on. I'm going to start with the lines how we ended the season, and just I'm fairly happy with them. I don't think we can make them a whole load better. We're not going to be changing any of it. This has worked for us all season. We don't really have anyone else. There's not really any moves I want to be making. The defense there. The only thing we could do is really strengthen that first line by playing Johnson and Shattenkirk. But since we moved Hayder up and brought Johnson down just to kind of have a more well-rounded top four, our defensive record did improve quite a lot in the season. So I'm going to keep that as it is for now. And all the power play and everything, that's all going to stay the same. So not going to waste too much more time here. Just going to go in and start the first game and see how we get on. So as it's the playoffs, I am going to go in here and actually do the simming so we can see a bit more what's going to happen. I'll just jump the first couple of periods and then we'll go real time for the last period. So here we go, the first period, and they've got themselves a lead there. Patrick Sharp scoring on Semyon Varlamov. Not the best start there. We're at home here. We really want to get off to a good start in this series by taking the first game. We don't want to fall behind early. So here we go now. This is the second period, and oh my god, we've just fallen apart here Piri, Keith, Hanzus and Piri again. So they're out shooting us 29-17 and 5-0. This is not looking good for us. We've beaten them a couple of times in the normal season, and there we go. We came a couple of goals back. Landeskog and Downey there, second line, getting it done. But look at that. They outshot us 40-25. That's we're never going to win a game if they're having 40 shots on us. So not the best start, conceding far too many goals there. Maybe I should look to change that top line in and just have that strong defensive look pairing up. Let's just go back in here. Over the season, the balanced option worked, but maybe you need to keep your best players together when it's needed for the playoffs. So I'm going to do that, and then that's all fine for the power play. That's fine, and then the penalty kill. Again, we'll go with Shatterkirk and Johnson as the lead penalty kill, and there you go. So just putting all of our best players together where possible, just to see if that makes any difference. We don't want to be conceding 40 shots a game, otherwise we're not going to stand a chance in this series. Chicago obviously we saw that first line, they do have some very good offensive players, so it is going to be tough, but we just need to do a lot better than we did in that first game. So here we go, first period, and there we go, Matt Duchesne getting the early goal there, 90 seconds in, getting ourselves the first period lead, so that's good. So let's hopefully now have a second period here, much better than we had in the last game. Here we go, second period. And there we go, they got a goal, but we got a goal. Hayes for them. And Cody McLeod. Some points there from our fourth line. That's very good. So now here we go. We need oh crap, sorry. We need to definitely get that extra goal if we can. And there we go, they've equalised. Brian Bickle now. Resume simulation. And we've got one back straight away, Landeskog. That's just the reply we needed. Come on. We need that extra goal if we can. Power play, kill it. And there we go, Hanzus again. That's 3 goals. We're just conceding too many goals at the moment. Being outshot again. Look at that. 39-30. Now going into overtime. Oh no. So disappointed. Look at that. Just power play. You can't give away penalties in overtime. And Marian Hosa, 4 minutes into overtime. But 42 shots we've given up again. So we've given up over 80 shots in these first 2 games. It's not good enough. The problem is I just don't really have any other options defensively in order to try and make it better. We just don't have that elite defenseman at the moment. They have just better elite players, and I think that's going to be our downfall in this series. But we'll keep going. It was better there. We're doing okay. We scored 5 goals, but we're just conceding too many at the moment, unfortunately. So here we go now. First, we've gone behind after 20 seconds. First period. Oh, we've bounced back there. That's good. Landeskog. PA Panto, so that second line definitely getting the job done. Not much coming from the first line at the moment. Here we go, second period. And Steve Downey on the third line. So this first line, did so well for us in the regular season. 50, 60 points from each of them, but not really getting the job done so far. But 2-goal lead here going into the final period. Let's hopefully hold on to that. We don't want to be conceding a goal early. Look, we are out shooting them here. And Patrick Kane on the power play. We're giving away far too many penalties. Come on. Oh, and with 1 minute to go. Come on, Colorado. Let's get ourselves overtime. Come on. Oh, that was a long power play as well. And now we've given away... No. Come on, going into second period here. And yes, we do. Tanguay just saying before how the first line wasn't getting the job done, and Alex Tanguay pops up with the winner in the second overtime period there. That was a must win. We couldn't go down 3-0 in this series. So our offense again, it's doing okay. We've scored 9 goals in 3 games. We're just conceding too many at the moment. I can't really think of a way that we can improve it anymore though. We just don't have enough good defenders at the moment. That's the harsh reality. It's just trying to think of ways we can make this better, but I don't think we have. I just don't think we have anything that we could do. We don't have anyone in here really we can call up. No one in here really that we can call up and help us out. Not anyone that's going to make a difference anyway, and he can. We don't really need him up here anyway, and just nothing else we can add to these lines. We've got good defensive players on the offensive side. Landeskog, O'Reilly, Pevley, Downey. Those are all really good defensive players. I think that fourth line needs to be better defensively. Maybe that could be helping us, but the fourth line's not getting many minutes out of this. We do have good defensive players. It's just, I think it's just the fact that we don't quite have that other good enough defenseman at the moment. We got away with it in the main season, but against an elite team like Chicago, we're going to struggle. But only 2-1 down now. We're scoring the goals, so if we can get the job done here, so there we go. That's the first period. Goal for O'Reilly. That's second line again, really doing the job. And a goal for Patrick Kane. Here we go. Second period. And Sewell, Matt Duchesne and Patrick Sharp. And here we go now. This is big period. And Alex Tanguay again. He's given us the lead. Come on, boys. Let's try and hold out or get that fourth goal. 7 minutes power play. Come on. 3 minutes. 2, 1, 0. And 6 seconds. Come on. I don't believe it. Come on. We've got to sneak this in overtime now. Come on, boys. That's twice in 2 games we've let in a goal within a minute. Come on, boys. And Marian Hossa scoring a goal. That's 3 games have gone to overtime, but that is so painful. 6 seconds to go. 6 seconds. Patrick Sharp, damn you. We just poise, clutch time. That is just, you've got to be defending there, no matter what they're throwing at you. That's twice in 2 games now. They've scored right at the death. We got away with it last time, but then that time no good. It's really disappointing. These games are, apart from the first game that was an absolute blowout, they've all been 1-goal games. Like I said, they've all gone to overtime as well. So we're definitely not being blown out of the water here by Chicago. And if we are to lose to them, which it looks like we might do, then there's no shame in it. They are a very good side, defending Stanley Cup champions for a reason. So there we go. It's 1-1. Gilbert has got himself a goal, and Duncan Keith, the defenseman, scoring the goals here. Second period, still 1-1. Here we go. It's big final period here now. Back in front of the Avs fans at the Pepsi Centre. That's a big penalty, and Landeskog has scored. Give us the lead. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they finally clutch time. They actually see it through. So a low scoring game, another 1-goal game, but we're able to hold on that time in the third period and get ourselves a win in front of our own fans. So not out of this yet. 3-2 down. Going back to Chicago now for Game 6. So really got to try and win. If we can take them back to the Pepsi Centre, then why not? if we can get them to Game 7, but it was nice to see that we tightened up the defence in that last game, only conceding 1 goal. And Jonathan Tays gets them off to a good start there. Second period, we have to score now. We cannot be going into that period down by more than a goal. And Chicago, when they've needed to step up, just like they did in the first game, hosts of Sharp and Kane, they really have done the job, and that's it for us now. Not really being outshot that much. Only a few shots this last period. They're really outshooting us, but they scored 4 in about 21 shots, and they've shut us out for the final game. So yeah, we had a few games in there. 4 games were really close. Could have gone either way, and we were just on the wrong end of 2 overtime losses. But when it came down to it, and they needed to be clutch, they've done so. And unfortunately, we've been eliminated at the first round of asking, which is a shame. But defending Stanley Cup champions, there's no shame in that. So it's a platform to build on. You know, we are still a work in progress. We are a young side. So now I need to focus on the draft here. WHL. Only 2 defensemen, I think, there. So we will do that. Okay. So we'll simulate up here. That's our season over with. Actually, it's the how's our AHL team doing? Oh, okay, they're in the playoffs. Look at that. That's a great. Haven't made any attention to that. They're actually 51, 19, and 6. So what I'm going to do now actually is how are they doing in this series? So that was regular season. So lost 1, lost 1. So they're down 3-2 in their series at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave this video here, and what I might do is move some players down into the AHL, put them on the team, see if we can have a little run, and then we'll look at the draft and everything all in the next video. So and we can also obviously see who wins the Stanley Cup, etc., etc., all the season roundup. So yeah, a bit disappointing there to not progress any further, but as I said, Chicago are a very good side, so no shame in losing to them. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I will catch you later.